we have a choice of how we want to live a new day of life. Some days we wake up on the wrong side of the bed and we're not in such a good mood, or we're getting triggered, or we have residual emotions from the past coming up. And all of it can be hard because it kind of gets in the way of how we hope to live our life. But you have to remember that with a spiritual awakening comes the cleansing process. And it's like these waves are coming in and out from the subconscious mind. Things are rising to the surface and going back under. The good part is they're rising to the surface. And how we deal with that is we immediately realize when we wake up that the choice is ours ultimately of what we're going to tune into. We'll tune into the irritability, we'll tune into the depression, the resentment, or we'll tune into the presence of that us that is beyond it all, that contains it all, and while containing it all can still maintain joy, composure. Our essential nature is bliss. Bliss, love, pure love. And anything that we're feeling that isn't that is secondary to our existence. It is a lesser frequency. So the answer is, whatever we're dealing with, every morning we have the choice of how we're going to deal with what comes up and what we're going to do to raise our frequency. The first thing we should do when we get up is tune into who we really are, even while you're still in bed. Feel the presence of the divine within you. And don't expect for it to be perfect even when you do that, because those feelings still may come up because we're dealing with a lot of purification. However, breath by breath, you make your next choice for the day, and if you are wise, that choice will be some sort of spiritual attuning practice. Getting your body moving, doing yoga, breathing, some mantras. Even if you give 5 sacred minutes to the beginning of your day, it's going to tune you into that frequency, because there's all these stations going on and we're this radio receiver. What are we tuning into? The traffic, the chaos, the materialism, the anxiety that we can't pay our bills, got to get to work, the dog needs to go out, the babies are crying, whatever it is in your life. There's a radio station, a divine radio station that we can tune into no matter what our circumstances, that changes everything, that allows those feelings we're processing just to be. It's that we get overtaken by it because we doubt our divinity. We doubt our capacity to hold it all with grace. And it isn't easy, but it's possible. And it takes constant being on the moment and tuning into ourselves, where we're at, which way we're steering, and bringing ourselves back into alignment. It's just like we are this wild horse that we are riding. And we're learning to master the craziness of duality and the fragmentation of all the planetary contributions to this person that can argue amongst themselves at times. So there's different parts of our personality that want different things, that feel different about different things. And some days they're really not in alignment, and it creates an inner conflict. Or we think we're crazy, or, we're at odds with ourselves and we want 2 different things that are opposite things at the same time, equally. So it's like a push and a pull, and we're paralyzed. And then we act out, or we shut down, as a way to escape that terrible feeling of paralysis, emotional, mental, or even conditional, where we don't know which way to turn. And so what I'm recommending is not to become obsessive and lock yourself in a closet and meditate until your life gets better. What I'm saying is that we have more freedom than we realize. It just takes mastery, effort, and practice. It just takes getting the right tools and be consistent, because old habits are hard to break. And while the things we're doing to react to these feelings that are coming up don't make us happy, don't help us, we are still comfortable with them because it's what we've been doing for a very long time. What we were taught to do by our friends, by our relatives, by the world, how we were taught to deal with these things. But only you know what's coming up inside of you. And sometimes you can't tell someone what's coming up inside of you, or you don't know how to talk to someone about it. So you talk to that higher part of you, the Divine Mother, God, you have a conversation and you get it out. And you work it out inside of yourself by tuning in every day to who you really are, which is the divine. And what you're going through is only leading you to a greater light, a greater awareness, and a greater love. So remember, we are not powerless no matter how we are feeling or what we're experiencing. We do have a choice, just with whatever strength you can conjure up. Just feel the power of God within you. Feel the bliss and the love of who you truly are. Don't deny your sad feelings, your depressed feelings. Give them space. Become aware of them. Don't reject them. Let them be there. But inside, don't be afraid of being overtaken by them. Because love is all there truly is. And when you tune into that love engulfs it all. That love washes over it all. That love transforms it all into the grace of you.